What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to walk you through 7 workout myths with the help of my new virtual coach, Mike, who I'll introduce you to in a second. I guarantee by the end of the video, at least one of these you'll have thought was true. So you're going to want to listen up, especially if you're trying to get fit this summer. Number 1, I hear this all the time. I always get questions on DMs and people writing me asking like, hey, I really want to lose some stomach fat, let's say, or like, I really don't like these love handles. I want to get rid of that fat. That is actually a myth that is even possible to spot reduce in that way. It's not possible to remove fat from a specific area. I talk to you guys all the time, so I thought to help me kind of explain some of this stuff to you, I'd bring on my new fitness expert, personal trainer, and coach, Mike. Very handsome, isn't he? Back me on some of this stuff. So Mike, take it away.
We can't spot reduce body fat. What we can do though is focus on just burning body fat overall. And that's going to come from, exercising regularly and also eating in a calorie deficit. And over time, if you do that consistently enough, you're going to be able to lose body fat overall. And over time, those areas that you're struggling with will have that body fat reduction as well.
And he's been my dedicated coach from an app called CoPilot. It's an app that helps to structure my workouts, keep my habits consistent. Highly recommend. I've really been doing all the thinking for me, and all I really have to do is just kind of move my body at the gym, and that's it. Easy. Mike crafts my workouts. The app shows me how to do them. I get to chat with Mike all throughout the week, the whole time, making sure that I'm doing things correctly. Talks about my goals, and I don't talk about this all the time, but one thing that I'm trying to work on is I feel like my chest is okay, my chest is all right, biceps are okay. What I don't love is my upper inner chest is very, very lackluster. If you look at this, is like very nitpicky, I know. If you look at me from the side, I would love to have a little bit more depth. So I talked to him about wanting to work on my upper inner chest as well as my upper back here to give me a little bit more density to my muscle. It's cool because obviously Mike is a real person giving me real support and personalized guidance. Super personalized, made by experts, all with the flexibility of my busy schedule and being remote. Over 75% of CoPilot clients continue to work out after 100 days, which means that CoPilot clients are 9 times more successful at sticking to their goals, which is probably what got them named one of the best personal trainer apps in 2022. Click my CoPilot link here to get 14 free days with your own version of Mike, fitness and health coach and expert. Myth number 2, that cardio burns fat. Cardio can only really burn calories, so unless you're actually in a calorie deficit, it won't do too much for you. In fact, too much cardio can actually be a bad thing because what ends up happening, your body begins to burn itself. It begins to kind of use itself as fuel, and it will start to burn your own muscle tissue, so you'll lose muscle, and in the process, that will actually slower your metabolism. The more muscular you are, the easier it is to just passively burn fat.
When it comes to cardio, it's going to be great for burning body fat, but only in the moment. What happens when we do so much cardio and we don't do anything else is we're actually going to start eating into a little bit of the muscle mass that we actually have on our body. And if we lose muscle mass, it's going to affect our metabolism. So metabolism will go down, and then it's going to make that even harder to lose body fat long term. So what we found that has worked, combination of cardio plus strength training, leads to the best long-lasting results.
This next one, let me know if you've heard this before or not. I definitely have. I can get a 6-pack by just doing a ton of crunches and V sit-ups and core exercises, and that's how I'm gonna get these abs are in the gym. It's actually not the case. Your abs are actually made in the kitchen. They're not made in the gym. Hear me out on this. Imagine that we're creating a statue of David, right? And you are the big slab of stone that's sitting right in front of Michelangelo, just ready to be carved out. In order for those abs to begin to show, he has to first remove all of this marble and begin to reveal and expose the abs beneath, if that makes sense. Let's say that marble is the fat that we're kind of trimming off. So it really boils down to diet and what you're eating. Mike, back me on this one.
For one thing is we can continue to do that ab work, but we really need to focus on our eating habits so we can start reducing that body fat in the midsection area. And then the combination of both of those two things together, you'll get the definition that you're looking for.
How many of you believe that it's most important to have protein immediately after within a 30-minute window of your workouts? Raise your hand. I will raise mine because I too was under the impression that this was one of the most critical time windows to actually consume protein. And it's not actually the case. Upon further research and further investigation, you'd be shocked to find out.
A lot of people focus on that 30 minutes post-workout, but remember, we have 23 and a half hours of the rest of the day where we need to make sure that we're getting an adequate amount of protein so that we can recover from these workouts. So I would say getting in some protein post-workout within a couple hours is going to be ideal for building muscle tissue. Doesn't have to be a protein shake, but that can be an option that we do post-workout within a couple hours.
No days off. Hit the gym every single day. You got this. The truth of the matter is that it's actually going to be more detrimental to your body if you don't allow some form of recovery time. Go to the gym, what you're actually doing, every single curl that you do in your bicep, right? You're actually tearing those muscles. You're destroying that muscle. That is the process. That is what's happening when you're in the gym. To facilitate the building of the muscle, we need to give our muscles some time. We need to give them a break. We need to give them some recovery time to actually rebuild back stronger and then ready to tackle the next set of steps.
Yeah, I think recovery days are very important because when we're in the gym, we're actually breaking our body down. We are essentially getting worse in the gym, right? When we leave the gym workout, we might feel great, but our muscles are broken down and we need to recover. So if we had no recovery days, those muscles would never get a chance to recover. So I think the amount of days will vary person to person, but I always recommend at least 2 days a week.
I hear this one all the time, that I want to lose weight, and so therefore I'm going to cut out fat and carbs from my diet. I'm just going to focus on a high protein diet, and that is it.
Eliminating carbs and fats is not going to lead to a long-lasting, sustainable style of eating. So, as long as we're keeping those carbohydrates and fats from good quality sources, unprocessed, it's going to be a really beneficial tool for growth and for recovery and also energy throughout the day.
But the reality is we actually need these carbs and we need these fats to get bigger. Training days, we may want to reduce fat intake as we want to utilize more carbs for additional energy. Let's talk about carbs. Do not shy away from carbs, especially when your goal is to maximize performance at the gym. For the longest time, I always thought that it was just a matter of weightlifting that was going to get me the body that I wanted. I've come to realize that diet and nutrition is half, if not more than half of this battle. You guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, comment down below what you liked about it, share it with a friend, give it a thumbs up. I would super appreciate that, and more than anything, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Remember to check out my description box for 14 free days with your own expert fitness and health coach through CoPilot. I will see you guys next time. Ciao, nos vemos.